That day, Lydia wished to walk to Meryton,
to inquire after some of her acquaintance there.
and Mr. Collins kindly agreed to escort them into town.
Ah, what a lovely place is Meryton. Such fine straight roads, almost as straight as those on the estate of my esteemed patroness, Lady Catherine de Bourgh. Perhaps I've mentioned her.
Oh, look, it's Mr. Denny. Mr. Denny! Lizzie, do you not think he's the divinest creature that ever wore a uniform?
A paragon indeed, but who is that with him?
Ladies, allow me to introduce a friend of mine, Mr. Wickham. Mr. Wickham, these are the lovely Miss Bennets.
How is it we have never seen you in Meryton before, Mr. Wickham?
I have just accepted a commission in the corps.
This was exactly as it should be, for the young man wanted only a uniform to make him completely charming.
Why, Jane, look over there. It's Mr. Bingley. And that horrid Mr. Darcy with him.
The two gentlemen came directly towards them. Bingley was the principal spokesman, and Jane the principal object. Darcy was beginning to determine not to fix his eyes on Elizabeth when they were suddenly arrested by the sight of a stranger.
Both changed colour. One turned white, the other red.
Mr. Wickham, after a few moments, touched his hat.
A salutation Mr. Darcy just deigned to return.
In another minute, both Darcy and Bingley were gone.
What could be the meaning of it? It was impossible to imagine.
It was impossible not to wish to know.
Ah, Miss Elizabeth.
Mr. Wickham, how do you find Meryton?
Oh, the society is most superior, Miss Elizabeth. In truth, I am delighted with everything and everyone in it. Although Miss Elizabeth, how long has Mr. Darcy been at Meryton?
About a month. He is a man of very large property in Derbyshire, I understand.
Oh, yes, his estate there is a noble one, a clear 10,000 per annum. You could not have met with a person more capable of giving you certain information on that head than myself. You look surprised, Miss Elizabeth, at the assertion, as you probably might from the very cold manner of our meeting.
I hope your plan in favour of the corps will not be affected by his being in the neighbourhood. He is not at all liked here. Everyone is disgusted with his pride.
Oh, no. It is not for me to be driven away by Mr. Darcy. Miss Eliza, a military life was not what I was intended for. The church ought to have been my profession, and I should at this time have been in possession of the most valuable living, had it pleased the gentleman we were speaking of just now.
Indeed.
Oh, yes.